right? So what we are going to see is we are going to deal with a numerical, right? And then let's see how this is to be attended, right? So a very interesting numerical, right? So the owner of a chain of 4 grocery stores has purchased 6 crates of fresh strawberries. The following table gives the estimated profit at each store when it is allocated various number of boxes. Right. So, for example, these are the stores that he has given. There are 4 stores, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there are 6 number of boxes that he has purchased, right? So if he is allocating zero number of boxes to store one, obviously it will be zero, right? Likewise, if he is allocating zero number of boxes to the other stores, the profit will be zero only, because there will be nothing to share. But no, now if he is allocating one number of box to store one, the profit is 4 units, right? If it is he is allocating to store number two, the profit is 2 units. If it is he is allocating to third store, the profit is 6 units, and for fourth it is 2 units. Likewise, if he is allocating 6 boxes directly to the stores. No, for example, for store one, he is giving 6 boxes. The profit will be 7 units. If he is going to, if it's allocating all the 6 boxes to store two, it is 10 units. Likewise, for three, it is 8, and for four, the it is 4 only, right? So now what they have given us an additional statement here. The owner does not wish to split crates between the stores, but is willing to make zero allocations. Find the allocation of 6 crates so as to maximize the profit. So what they have told is that they do not, the owner do not want to wish to split the crates. For example, half of the crate will go to store three and half will go for store four. No, he is not no, willing to do that, but he is willing to make zero allocation. For example, no, he can give some to store number one, two, and three, and he can give zero to store four. That is also the possibility, right? So he can make zero allocation to any of these store, but he is not willing, or he does not wish to split the crates. What we have to do is we have to find the allocation of these 6 crates so as to maximize the profit, right? So again, a maximization numerical is there. So I've tried to do it in the simplest manner, because the problem where I've taken it from the reference book, right? It has been solved in a very critical, or very um complex manner. I've tried to solve it so in the same manner as that of our previous numerical, right? So same approach I've used. The approach that has been used by uh, the author is somewhat different, or he has included some more steps, but ultimately the answer matters, or the understanding of that problem matters. So I've tried to particularly keep it short in, but again, yeah, it is a complex, or a bit complex numerical, and requires some understanding. So what I have done is that I've considered, let x1, x2, x3, and x4 with the number of crates allocated to the 4 stores, and let f1, x1, f2, x2, f3, x3, and f4, x4 with the respective profits, right? So I've represented it in the form of linear programming. So maximize z is equal to f1 x1 plus f2. So this is the objective function with respect to your profits, and this is to be maximized, right? And no, the number of crates that is there, that should be less than or equal to 6. Here you can write that it is an integer, right? So yes, 6, all this x1, x2, x3, x4 are greater than or equal to 0, but they are integer. They cannot be, they cannot take decimal points, right? So they are x1, x2, x3, and x4 are your integers. Now coming here also, what we will be doing is we are going to start with the first 2 stores, then what we can do is we can then particularly put one more store into particularly third and fourth can be added later on, right? So what I kept my strategy is I've considered first two stores, then I considered three stores in total, and then with these three stores I had a combination, and then I have introduced the store number 4 lastly. So with that, no particularly there will be less calculations, and understanding is very better, right? The flow itself indicates this. So here also the same table, x1 here is related with store 1, f1 x1 is the profit that they have already given. Store 2, that x2 is related with the store 2, and f2 x2 is the profit that they have already given for the store. So we have 6 crates, so 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? The f1 x1 values are taken from this table, 0 4 6 7 7 7 7. So here you can see 0 4 6 7 7 7 7, right? So the profits, that is f1 x1 values have been written, right? For x2 now, for the store 2, the values are 2 4 0 2 4 6 8 9 10, right? So here also you can see 0 2 4 6 8 9 10, these values are there, and no, the associated crates are also been represented. So now you can see, so for 0 crates the combination will be 0 plus 0, and here obviously it will come as 0, right? So here also I've tried to fulfill, this is 0 plus 0, this is 0 plus 1, this is 0 plus 2, 0 plus 3, 0 plus 4, 0 plus 5, and 0 plus 6. Mind that I am saying 0 first, and then I am telling it as 0 plus 0, then 0 plus 1. So why 0 plus 1 I'm saying? Because I always talk x2 first and then x1, right? So similarly here it is 1 plus 0, it is 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 4, 1 plus 5, right? So if I'm again selling particularly, that is 2 plus 0, the profit will be 4, so it is 2 plus 1, right? So it is 8, it is 2 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 4, right? So this is 3 plus 0, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 3 plus 3, right? Likewise you can find. Now what is this particularly? If you have understood the previous table, here also you will be able to understand, right? So for 0 for 0 crates, so here it will be, the combination is 0 and 0. So if I'm considering only one crate, right, to be distributed for store 1 and store 2, what will be the combination? It will be 0 plus 1 and 1 plus 0, right? Similarly, if there are two crates to be considered, so no, sorry, if there are two crates to be considered for store 1 and store 2 in combination, what will the combination? It will be 0 plus 2, 1 plus 1, and it will be 2 plus 0. If I have to consider three kits in combination with store 1 and store 2, what will be the combination? It will be 0 plus 3, it will be 1 plus 2, it will be 2 plus 1, and it will be 3 plus 0. If I have to consider 4 crates to be distributed for store 1 and store 2 in combination, so what will be the combination? It will be 0 plus 7, it will be 1 plus 3, it will be 2 plus 2, it will be 3 plus 1, and it will be 0 plus 4. If I have to consider 5 crates to be distributed for store 1 and store 2, what will be the combination? It will be 0 plus 5, it will be 1 plus 4, it will be 2 plus 3, it will be 3 plus 2, it will be 4 plus 1, and it will be 5 plus 0. Similarly, lastly, if I have to consider 6 crates to be distributed amongst store 1 and store 2, what will be the combination? It will be 0 plus 6, it will be 1 plus 5, it will be 2 plus 4, it will be 3 plus 3, it will be 4 plus 2, it will be 5 plus 1, and it will be 6 plus 0, right? So now for zero crates, no, considering zero crates for store 1 and store 2, the maximum profit that I can yield is 0, right? Similarly, considering 1 crates to be distributed for store 1 and store 2, the maximum profit can be achieved no, by visualizing these two values, that is 2 and 4 across the diagonal, and which is the maximum value? It is 4. Similarly, for two crates to be split for store 1 and store 2, there are three combinations of 0 plus 2, 1 plus 1, and 2 plus 0. So the maximum amongst them is 6, and I have highlighted here 6, and I have highlighted 6 here, right? For the three crates for the three crates, the combination is 0 plus 3, it is 1 plus 2, it is 2 plus 1, and 3 plus 0. So maximum amongst them is 8, and hence I have circled this 8 and highlighted this 8. For for 4 number of crates, it is the combination is 0 plus 4, it is 1 plus 3, it is 2 plus 2, it is 3 plus 1, and it is 4 plus 0. The maximum amongst them is this 10, and hence I have circled this 10. For 5 number of carats, the combination is 0 plus 5, 1 plus 5, it is 2 plus 3, it is 3 plus 2, it is 4 plus 1, and 0 plus 5. The maximum among them is 12, and hence I have highlighted 12. Right. Lastly, the combination for 6 carats is 0 plus 6, 1 plus 5, it is 2 plus 4, it is 3 plus 3, it is 4 plus 2, it is 5 plus 1, and it is 6 plus 1. The maximum among them is 14, and hence I have highlighted 14. Right? So now this finishes the combination for your store 1 and store 2. Now what I've done is I've considered the distribution of the boxes to all the stores, that is stores 1, 2, and 3. Right? So in the upper half, where here only we consider store 1, here what I have tried is I have tried store 1 plus 2 here, right? So the boxes will be titled as x2 plus x1, and the profit will be f2 x2 plus f1 x1. And here on this particular slide, I have tried with store 3, and the values here are particularly x3, and this is f3 x3, right? So this particular values are copied from the input table. So here you can see these values are what? 0, 6, and 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So here you can see it is 0, 6, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, right? So now here when I've considered this f2 and x2 values, right? So here these are the maximum values. Let's now particularly try and understand how I have written this particular thing, right? So now for 0, the maximum profit is, for the 0 crates, the maximum profit is 0 only, and the combination that we may get is 0 plus 0, right? So for crate number, number of crates is equal to 1 for store 1 and 2. So the maximum profit that we got was how much? It was 4, right? So 4 has been written here. And what is this combination of this 4? It is 0 plus 1. So here you can see I have written here 0 plus 1, right? For my reference, what are the combinations that I've tried? I've written, but those I found to be of great use because the further calculations it is providing ease, right? So the maximum profit for 2 number of crates is 6. I've written 6 here. What are the combinations? It is 0 plus 2, and it is 1 plus 1. So here you can see 0 plus 2 and 1 plus 1. For 3 number of crates, so the maximum profit that you are getting is 8, right? So here you can see I have written 8. And what are the combinations? It is 1 plus 2 and 2 plus 1. So here it is 1 plus 2 and 2 plus 1. For 4 number of crates, the maximum profit that you are getting is 10, right? Here you can see it is 10. And what are the combinations? The combinations are, it is 2 plus 2 and it is 3 plus 1, right? So it is 2 plus 2 and 3 plus 1. For 5 number of crates, the maximum profit that you are getting is 12. You can see the value 12 here, and the combinations that you will be getting is 3 plus 2 and 4 plus 1. So here you can see 3 plus 2 and 4 plus 1. Lastly, the maximum profit across 6 number of credits is 14. You can see the value 14 here, and the possible combination here is nothing but 4 plus 2. And here you can see this 4 plus 2, right? So now what will happen is that now we are going to consider store 1, store 2 and store 3 in combination. So particularly again for 0 credits, it will be 0 plus 0, and that comes out to be 0. For again for the different combinations, you can put the values. I won't be repeating everything again, but let me try and explain it in the it in the shortest possible manner. So here, it is 0. This is your 0 plus 1. It is 0 plus 2. It is 0 plus 3. It is 0 plus 4. 0 plus 5 and 0 plus 6. Right. So all these combinations, particularly calculations, you will be doing, right? And then you'll be identifying the maximum profit here as well, right? So for example, right, so for 0 carats, it is the possible combination is 0 plus 0, right? So this is 0 plus 0, this is your combination, right? So for 1 carat, 1 carat, so what you'll be having the combination, it will be for the 1 carat, it will be 0 plus 1. So 0 plus 1 will be, particularly the profit is 4, and here for the 0 plus 1 the profit is 6. So amongst this, the 6 is on the higher side, and hence I have highlighted 6. So how this 6 came? This is 4. How this 6 came? It is 6 plus this 0, right? So here it came out to be 6, right? Now for the second, for 2 number of credits to be distributed along store 1, 2 and 3, the maximum profit that I can generate is 10, right? So here the combination, if you have to check, it is 0 plus 2, it is 1 plus 1, and it is 2 plus 0, and the maximum across this is 10, and hence I have highlighted that. Similarly, for let's take a random number of 5 threads to be split in store 1 and 2, store 1, 2 and 3. So the maximum, it will be, the combination will be 0 plus 5, it will be 1 plus 4, it will be 2 plus 3, it will be 3 plus 2, it will be 4 plus 1, and it will be 5 plus 0. Among all these values that have recited, the maximum value is 16, and here it comes for 2 of the at the 2 places, hence I have highlighted it, right? So this is considering store 1, 2 and 3, same as this particular table, but here we have considered 2 stores. Now what is the significance of this value that you will be getting in the next table? The next table particularly is the last table, and from this particular last table you will be getting everything that is possible, right? So now considering all the 4 stores, right? So the number of boxes, as you all know, are 6. So we have written 6, right? So the profits that we are written, so right, the profit that I have written is f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3, right? So I've taken the help of this particular table. So for this table, for across for 0 credits, the maximum profit obtained is 0. So that comes here. For 1 crate, the maximum possible value is 6. That will be here. For crate number, for 2 crates, it is how much? It is 10. So it will be here. For 3 crates, it is 12. No, it is 12 here. For 4 crates, it is 14. So 14 here. For 5 crates, it is 16. So 16 here. And for 6 crates, it is 18. So you will be seeing 18 value here. So now let's think of the distribution of the boxes. So now this 0 value came for what? It came for the combination of 0. So this is 0 is for x3. So here how we are going to write it is, we are going to write it as x3, x2, x1. So the x3 value is 0, x3 value is 0, and here x2 and x1 values are x2 plus x1. हम लोगों ने क्या लिखा है यहाँ पे? 0 plus 0 लिखा है. So what is the combination that you are going to get here is 0 plus 0 plus 0. Similarly, for this 1 carat the maximum profit was 6 एंड दी नो दी कॉम्बिनेशन क्या आएगा यहाँ पे x3 का वैल्यू क्या है 1 है और ये वाला x2 का वैल्यू ये वाला 0 है x1 का वैल्यू है ये वाला 0 so it will be 1 plus 0 plus 0 here you can see 1 plus 0 plus 0 right for two number of crates x3 का वैल्यू कितना है x3 का वैल्यू आ रहा है यहाँ पे अभी देखो कि यहाँ पे दो कॉम्बिनेशन है 12 मैक्सिमम है तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा इट विल बी नो वी हैव नो पर्टिकुलरली इट विल बी 1 plus 2 and it will be here it will be 2 plus 1 right so for three number of carats no particularly we were talking about 2 okay it was related with 2 sorry for 2 it is 10 here right so 10 हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे लिख दिया 10 के अक्रॉस x3 का वैल्यू कितना है 1 है और ये कॉम्बिनेशन कितना है 0 and 0 so it will be 1 plus 0 plus 1 right so you have to understand or remember that this is x2 plus x1 and this is how you are going to get x3 value so what we are going to write is nothing but the x3 plus x2 plus x1 that values we are interested in right so now for third right for three crates the maximum values are 12 here 12 and here 12 so the combination here will be what it will be 1 it will be what will be the combination here for three number of no particularly we are thinking of three number of crates so here particularly it will be 1 plus 2 so you have to remember this particular combination as well so here particularly did I make any mistake here 12 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 just a second give me some time I'm just checking if I've made some mistake just a second okay no problem just no it happened that I consider this 12 value first okay so if I'm considering this 12 value first it is 12 plus 12 plus 0 plus okay 2 plus 0 plus 1 right so here you can see it is 2 plus 0 plus 1 and if I'm considering this 12 value it will be what it will be 1 plus 0 plus 2 and it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 so here you can see it is 1 plus 0 plus 2 and it is 1 plus 1 plus 1 similarly if I'm considering 4 crates right so for the 4 crates the values are 14 here and 14 here right so the first value here it will be 1 plus no this is 1 plus 1 plus 2 here you can see it is 1 plus 1 plus 2 nextly it will be 1 plus 2 plus 1 1 plus 2 plus 1 right so this is for first 14 value and for the second 14 value what will be the combination for second 14 value the combination will be this 2 plus 0 plus 2 so it will be 2 plus 0 plus 2 and nextly it will be this 2 plus 1 plus 1 right so 2 plus 1 plus 1 right for fifth now for fifth it will be what now 16 16 are the maximum values right So this is 1. So 1 plus, no, 1 plus 3 plus 2. Sorry. Yeah, so, we are into 16, no? So 1 plus 3 plus 2 and 1 plus 4 plus, are we here? Okay, it will be 1 plus, for this 16 it will be this 1 plus 2 plus 2. So you can try to see 1 plus 2 plus 2. For this 16, it will be what? It will be 1 plus 3 plus 1, other combination, 1 plus 3 plus 1 combination. Nextly, for this 16, it will be what? It will be 2 plus 1 plus 2. So 2 plus 1 plus 2, here it is written, and it is 2 plus 2 plus 1. 2 plus 2 plus 1. Right. Lastly, for 60, for sixth, here what we have is this 18 and this 18. So again there are four possible combinations that are possible. Firstly, it is 1 plus 3 plus 2, 1 plus 3 plus 2 here. Nextly, it is 1 plus 4 plus 1, so it is 1 plus 4, this 4 plus 1, so 1 plus 4 plus 1 here, right? Nextly, for this 18, or we can write it is 2 plus 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2, and nextly it is 2 plus 3 plus 1, 2 plus 3 plus 1, right? So these are the various combinations that we are having for this, right? So what we have is, we have got this many combinations for x3, x2 and x1, right? So now what will be the next thing is what we have to include our x4 as well, right? So same way we are going to try with the x4. Just a second. Okay, so now we are going to consider our fourth remaining store, that is x4, right? So if I'm for considering three stores, if I'm allocating only 0 crates, so I can allocate direct 6 crates to this x4. If considering three stores, if I'm allocating only 1 crate, I can allocate 5 crates here. That is 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. So it is, if it is 2 years, so 4, I can allocate 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 years, so 3 year, 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. 4 year and 2 years, so this is 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. 5 year and 1 year, so 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. 6 year and 0, no, 6 years, so there will be only 0 crates here. So now just no, I forgot to tell you about a check here. So now, particularly all these values and these combinations, this will come after the practice only. But here you can see the 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to this 0. Right, here also it is 1 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 1. 1 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 2. Here also it is 2 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 3. 1 plus 0 plus 2 is equal to 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. Here you can see 1 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 4. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 4. 2 plus 0 plus 2 is equal to 4, and 2 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4. Similarly, you can check with here as well. So here also it will be coming 5 and 6, so respectively, right? So now coming back to the next step. Here now this f4 x4 values, all these particular values across this are being given in here numerical only. For example, for 6 you have profit as 4, right? So for example, here for 6 you have your profit as 4. For 2 you have the profit as, or if you are considering 2, you have the profit as 3. So all these values are taken from this only. So if it is 2, we are having the value as 3. Right? So what we are going to find out is the total profit. So what is your total profit? Total profit is f1x1 plus f2x2 plus f3x3 plus f4x4. So that is nothing but this 0 plus 6 is no. So that particularly sorry, 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. Here you can write 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. Here it is 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. Here it is 12 plus 4 is equal to 16. Here it is 14 plus 3 is equal to 17. Here it is 16 plus 2 is equal to 18. Here it is 18 plus 0 is equal to 18. Right? So what was the numerical? To maximize the total profit. But here also now the what is there are two values where we are getting the maximized value. So what will happen is that there can be many combinations here. So these are the possible optimal solutions that I can get. So this has been, particularly I will be telling you how I have, derived it. Now it is very easy, right? So for x1, x2, x3, x4, so what is x1, x2, x3, x4? These are the number of crates for each of these stores. Now for 18, now for if we are going to consider this column, because this has yield our highest profit. So now 1 plus 2 plus 2, how this is written? It is written as x3 plus x2 plus x1, right? So what we'll be writing this in the proper manner, that is x1 plus x2 plus x3, right? So 2 plus 2 2 1. So here you can see it is 2 2 1, and this has come across. What will be the x4 value? It is 1, so it is taken as 1. Similarly, the next thing, it is 1 plus 3 plus 1. It is written as x3 plus x2 plus x1. We are going to write it properly. x1, x2, and x3. That is 1 plus 3 and 1, 3 and 1. So here you can see it is 1, 3 and 1. And the x4 value stand as 1. So that has been written. Similarly, here it is 2 plus 1 plus 2 written as x3 plus x2 plus x1. We are going to write it in the form of x1, x2 and x3. That is 2, 1, 2. So here you can see it is 2, 1, 2. The x4 value remains as 1. Lastly, we have 2 plus 2 plus 1 written as x3 plus x2 plus x1. So here you can see we have written it as 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, and the x4 value remains as 1. Same way, we can move ahead for this 18 values. We are going to consider all these 4 values. 1 plus 3 plus 2, so that is written as x3 plus x2 plus x1. We are going to write it in the format of x1, x2, x3. So 2, 3, 1. So here you can see it is 2, 3, 1. And what will be the x4 value now? X4 value is 0. So that is written here. Right? Same way, 1 plus 4 plus 1 can be written as 1, 4, 1. So here you will be writing it as 1, 4, 1. X4 value remains to be 0. That is again written as 0 here. Moving ahead, 2 plus 2 plus 2, that can be written as 2, 2, 2 here, and the x4 value remains to be 0. Here you can see it is again 0. Lastly, we have 2 plus 3 plus 1. It can be written as 1, 3, 2. So it is written as 1, 3, 2, and x4 value will remain to be 0. Hence it is 0. Right? So now, thus maximum profit is how much? It is 18 units. So that I have written. The maximum profit is 18, and the possible allocation of the boxes to stores 1, 2, 3 is represented as x1, x2, x3, x4 respectively, and that has been given in this particular possibility. So the maximum profit that I can generate by allocating the 6 crates to the 4 stores is 18, and the different possible ways of allocating to get the maximum profit of 18 is this particular numerical.